Atheists accuse Christians of being dishonest in their arguments. But let me show you something, bitch. I'm about to show you being just as dishonest in your arguments as Christians are in theirs.
Let me bring up something from C.S. Lewis. C.S. Lewis is a favorite of Christians. They love.
Let me introduce it. This is Aron Ra, and who's this old man beside him? Mark Smith. Both of them are avowed atheists.
Love his work. There's a certain book he wrote called World's Last Night that most of the Christians don't seem to read for some strange reason. I don't know why. But let me read just a quick little quote he has in here. And in the book, he's supposedly quoting an atheist. But he gives this quote from the atheist. He never refutes it, which to me means he lets it stand. He agrees with it. He's talking about the second coming.
Quote mining time.
And it said, say what you like, we shall be told. The apocalyptic beliefs of the first Christians have been proved to be false. It is clear from the New Testament they all expected the second coming in their own lifetime. And worse still, they had a reason, and one which you will find very embarrassing. Their master had told them so. He shared and indeed created their delusion. He said in so many words, this generation shall not pass till all these things be done. Matthew 24:34. And he was wrong. It is certainly the most embarrassing verse in the Bible. And he goes on from there. But that is C.S. Lewis, one of Christianity's most darling theologians, admitting that Jesus screwed up on this.
So you're saying, see, you're quoting C.S. Lewis say he was calling Jesus a liar, right?
And his explanation, Jesus was part man, part God. That was the man part screwing up. What do you expect from a human? But at least he admitted that Jesus screwed up. So good for him.
I get a similar kind of thing.
Okay. Research, motherfucker. Like Code to Dusty likes to say. I went and looked this up. You can read it because my stroke won't let me read it out because I stumbled over the words. You can read this to your damn self. Okay, here's what he says. They mention facts which are at first sight damaging to the main contention. In other words, these jackasses made C.S. Lewis... Oh, shit. These jackasses tried to make C.S. Lewis look like a dumbass. Look like he did not believe in Jesus. And yet, if the motherfuckers would have researched what he was saying, they would have understood that C.S. Lewis was saying Jesus only appeared to be screwing up. But listen to the rest of talking about Jesus. He clearly knew more about the end of the world than anyone else. Is it anywhere here where he says Jesus was wrong? And yet these clowns... Listen, I'll rewind it.
And his explanation, Jesus was part man, part God. Christianity's most darling theologians, admitting that Jesus screwed up on this. And his explanation, Jesus was part...
You know what? I got a lesson for you on quote mining. from one of your own atheist contemporaries. Listen to this.
I was sure this was just another one of Christian's quote mines.
This is an example. The quote mine I gave you was an atheist quote mining.
Christians love to quote mine.
Just like Aron Ra and Mark did.
They go through books and books of things that their opponents say, and they find one little quote that backs up their position, and they ignore the context or all the other stuff the guy says and use that one quote to show that they were right all along. So I went and looked up this quote from Richard Dawkins to see what the context of him saying it was, and it turns out Richard Dawkins never fucking said that. Before he quotes people incorrectly, even when he's quote mining. This guy can't even tell Richard Dawkins from Stevens. God fucking damn it, you're an idiot! Research, motherfucker!
Yeah. Listen, yeah. That's what I did. Research, motherfucker.
Do you do it? And while we're on the subject of quote mining, even though you quote mine the wrong person, quote mining is one of the most dishonest and despicable things you can do. Let me give you an example of just how dishonest and despicable quote mining is.
I want to have sexual intercourse with a dog. I feel attracted to him.
Well, there you have it, folks. Josh Feuerstein wants the dog dick.
Yeah. But these atheists did the same damn thing. I'll play it to you again just in case you didn't get it.
C.S. Lewis, one of Christianity's most dark, and he words this their delusion. Christians have been proved to be. He gives us a quote from the atheist. He never refutes to read for some strange reason. I don't know why. But let me read just a quick little quote he has in here. And in the book, he's supposedly quoting an atheist. But he gives us a quote from the atheist. He never refutes it, which to me means he lets it stand. He agrees with it. He's talking about the second coming. And it said, say what you like, we shall be told. The apocalyptic beliefs of the first Christians have been proved to be false. It is clear from the New Testament they all expected the second coming in their own lifetime. And worse still, they had a reason, and one which you will find very embarrassing. Their master had told them so. He shared and indeed created their delusion. He said in so many words, this generation shall not pass till all these things be done. Matthew 24:34. And he was wrong. It is certainly the most embarrassing verse in the Bible, and he goes on from there. But that is C.S. Lewis, one of Christianity's most darling theologians, admitting that Jesus screwed up on this. And his explanation, Jesus was part man, part God. That was the man part screwing up. What do you expect from a human? But at least he admitted that Jesus screwed up. So good for him.
But if you go on and read the rest of what C.S. Lewis was saying,
Jesus was wrong
talking about Jesus, he clearly knew more about the end times than anybody else.
In his day, in his location, already knew of two or three that are smaller. He didn't know about the seasons of dates. There's a handful of
they
things
mention facts which
favorite
are
lines
at
out of
first
it,
sight damaging
when he
to
goes
the main
against
contention. At
the
first sight,
Jewish tradition
ultimately
that
will
Christians
be
will
proven
praise,
true.
that God is so wise, he taught people to wash their hands, but they completely ignore that Jesus said, don't wash your hands. Because
here's some other things.
Another big verse to me, I believe it's in Matthew 26, where Jesus is promising Caiaphas that Caiaphas would live to see
research,
the second
motherfucker.
coming. It would be within his lifetime.
Hun.
26, where Jesus is promising Caiaphas that Caiaphas would live to see the second coming. It would be within his lifetime. You should
What?
see the
What? Excuse me? Research, motherfucker. Yeah. Like this guy said. Give me a second. Give me a second.
genetic information. If anything, we believing that...
Fucker! But that is not even bullshit! How mentally lazy are you, motherfucker? But that is not even the stupidest thing you said in the sentence, so I'm gonna restart the motherfucker so people can listen.
I would challenge...
You didn't do one god page on Google will tell you that we get evolved from goddamn monkeys. You didn't do one goddamn Google search before you said that bullshit. How many fucking know it enough? Did human beings evolve from monkeys? And you know what you'll find right at the top of the page? Fucking know it and evolve from no goddamn monkeys. Human beings evolved from monkeys. All you have to do is Google, did human beings evolve from monkeys? And you know what you'll find right at the top of the page? Fucking know it and evolve from no goddamn monkeys. Every fucking link on the first fucking page on Google will tell you that we can evolve from goddamn monkeys. You didn't do one goddamn Google search before you said that bullshit. How mentally lazy are you, motherfucker? But that is not even bullshit. All you have to do is Google, continue. Why do you keep saying that human beings evolved from
monkeys?
There you have it, folks. Josh Feuerstein wants despicable things you can do. What? And while we're on the subject of quote mining, even though you quote mine the...
Okay. Matthew 26. But Jesus held his peace, and the high priest answered and said unto him, I adjure thee by the living God, that thou tell us whether thou be the Christ, the Son of God. Jesus saith unto him, Thou hast said, nevertheless I say unto you, hereafter shall ye see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power, and coming in the clouds of heaven. You. Now who's you? Israel. It's not necessarily Caiaphas himself, but Israel. And who's to say in the afterlife they won't see him coming on Judgment Day, raising them from the dead? Duh. Dumbasses. Here's one more thing.
Jesus said, if anybody asks you, give to him who asks. Another thing Jesus said was basically don't save up any money. Another thing Jesus said was basically don't save up any money. You know, to my house. Jesus said, what's the big deal? Take it. Here's the deed to my... Sure, here's my... If you're on the Titanic and it's sinking, anything to anybody if they ask... things like when Jesus said, give anything to anybody if they ask you for it. How many Christians practice that now?
None. Dr. John MacArthur, you filthy rich multi-millionaire. Paul Washer. John Piper. You millionaires. You can't take it with you. Why are you not following the teachings of Jesus? Give to him that asketh thee, and from him that will borrow thee, turn thou not away. Matthew 5. I need to borrow the money. I'll pay you back. I need to borrow the money. I need some crowns in my teeth. My teeth are rotting out. I need some crowns. Will you give me the money so I can get the crowns? No, you won't. And you'll come up with some cock and bull lame ass excuse why you can't. Oh, be wise as serpents, but harmless as doves. Yeah. How about I get the crowns and you pay? And that way you'll know I'm not squandering your money for drugs or what. You hypocrites.